Oh, it is a good day to go on a grocery haul. In this video today, I'm taking you along. I'm taking you on the journey of what kind of foods I get, because you know what? We are running low in the pantry. If you are new to the channel, my name is Alex. I am massive on eating the cleanest foods on the planet. And through diet, through healthy living, through movement, I'm big on living the best life possible. So today, I'm going to two spots: Whole Foods, Costco. So this is years of experimenting, me just trying out new things. But when it comes to my diet now, I think I found a good spot, and that is living as close to nature as possible. So this video is gonna be 5 phases. Number 1, did God create it? One thing I'm huge on is asking myself when I'm in the grocery store if God created it. If he did not, I leave it on the shelf. But right now, as you can see, we're getting some clean foods from nature. Phase number 1, did God create it? These foods is a yes. So with phase number 2, protein. I'm huge on getting the best quality protein I can get. I go for grass-fed beef, pasture-raised chicken here and there. Eggs, of course. Pasture-raised organic is the most important part. So that is what we have going on for the protein. With pasture-raised, it means that they're eating on the pastures. They're eating bugs, worms, dirt. Pretty much eating what nature intended, not any like feed filled with GMOs and all that kind of stuff we just don't want. And then another source that I don't always get is chicken, but I make sure every time it is also pasture raised. I'm also about to head to Costco, so I'm gonna get some other sources of protein, which will be salmon, of course. That is another protein source right there for me that I eat pretty often. I always go wild caught, so as you can tell, this one is wild caught. And on the topic of did God create it, did nature create it, this is the stuff that you stay away from. Anything processed and packaging is most likely not going to be good, so I stay away from that stuff. Phase number 3, carbs, other known as fruit. I don't go heavy on rice, I don't go heavy on quinoa, I don't go heavy on all these different carb sources, and I definitely don't go heavy on bread either. My main carb sources are fruit. Fruits can be things such as squash, apples, bananas, but the ones I stick with are oranges, apples, and also one of my favorite fruits that I'm about to get at Costco is blueberries. This is one of my favorite fruits right here. I always get these at Costco, the frozen ones. When they're frozen, they have more nutrients because they freeze them when they pick them. So fun fact for you, if you want to get the most nutrients out of your fruit, get frozen fruit. So I noticed ever since I started not only fasting till 12 p.m. every day, but also eating fruit as my carb source, I have so much more energy. And of course, I can't forget carb sources like honey. Honey's a massive one for me. And I will say I do love white rice, organic once in a while, especially jasmine rice. That's a staple in the diet when I do have it. But for the most part, I'm sticking with fruit and then bread such as sourdough when I do eat bread. And then phase number 4, what to stay away from. I stay away from all processed foods, foods with an ingredient list of 5 to 10 things. I stay away from all that. So a common theme with what I'm eating, a lot of it is one ingredient. So when I'm making dishes, then I add different ingredients, but I typically don't buy foods that have a couple different ingredients in them, just because I like making my own food. That way I know where it's coming from. So you might be saying, dude, this kid is crazy. Why is he so crazy with this stuff? Well, the reasoning for that is they don't want to see us winning. The healthier you are, the more money you make, the more quality of life you get out of that, the more enjoyment you get out of life. You notice when you're sick, how all you're thinking about is you being sick? That's what I go back to every time. So if I have a cold, all I'm thinking about is getting better, and I just appreciate my health that much more. So that being said, that is why I focus so much and spend a lot of money on my health, because the better I feel, the more money I make, the more I enjoy life. Stay away from the processed foods, stay away from the pasteurized milk, stay away from any of that kind of stuff. Go raw if you can. So raw cheese is accessible at different grocery stores, especially Whole Foods. And other foods I stay away from are non-organic foods. So a lot of our food is sprayed with pesticides, which you want to stay away from as much as possible. You don't want to be consuming pesticides too much. There's things like atrazine in them, which actually feminizes men. It's been shown in frog studies. Just keep that one in mind. A lot of foods in the US are going to be sprayed with pesticides. Even if it's organic, there probably are some. But just by you buying organic, you're taking different precautions to make sure your food doesn't have pesticides. I'm also avoiding food with seed oils. So canola oil, safflower oil. If you check the ingredient list on your food, you might see those ingredients, especially if you eat things like chips, That's just why I stay away from all of it. I get one ingredient things such as a squash or medjool dates. It's all one ingredient foods, nothing that's gonna mess with your body and negatively impact you. So to sum up phase number 4, avoid those foods. Avoid the processed foods, avoid the foods with over 5 ingredients in them, avoid foods with seed oils in them. And if you do that alone, you're already 90% there. So a lot of foods nowadays does have seed oils like canola oil, like safflower oil, different oils like that you wanna stay away from unless it's olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil. Now, phase number 5. Of course, water. Tapping into your water, not drinking tap water, drinking spring water, reverse osmosis, the best quality waters you can get your hands on, because that will make you feel incredible. We are made up of 70% water. I believe that the water you drink affects your thoughts, therefore dictates how you live your life. So I stay away from tap water because it contains PFAS, it contains birth control, it contains different contaminants that I just do not want to be consuming. So I spend the extra dollar on spring water, Mountain Valley water, Saratoga spring water, Aquapana. Stick with those spring water brands if you can, and even better if you can get reverse osmosis, because that takes out 98% of everything that's in the water. You just have to remineralize that water when you do have that. You have to reframe your words on why do you spend all this money on food? Why would I spend money on food or water? Because you're investing into your health. You need to frame it as you consuming this food to show up as your best self. Because you know what? You can either pay the farmer now or the doctor later. I'm choosing to pay the farmer now. So tap into that water and avoid tap water at all costs. Mountain Valley or Saratoga Springs, like I said. Now, of course, I'm not gonna end this video without telling you the exact groceries that I got, because those are my staples. So we're gonna run through this real quick before the end of this video to just give you an idea of what you can get next time you go to the grocery store. So we're gonna start this off with, of course, pasture-raised eggs. We're always going pasture-raised. That is a staple in the diet, 6 to 8 per day. After that, we're going with 2 packages of ground beef, but make sure it says 100% grass-fed beef when you buy it. Also gonna add on some pasture-raised chicken. Of course, we're going wild-caught salmon. As always, you wanna go wild-caught, and then wild-caught sardines. Onto the fruit, we got apples, oranges, dates, of course, blueberries, avocados. Squash is something that I stick by, and it also does go in the animal-based diet because it's considered a fruit. And then I'm going carrots, of course, organic. I do 3 of these bad boys per day. We're adding on cacao nibs. Cacao is a staple in the diet for its healing properties. It is a very powerful food. Sauerkraut, amazing for your gut. And then we're gonna finish it off with Mountain Valley Springs water. And that does it. Back to you, Alex. Now, all that being said, that is the end of this video. I appreciate you tuning in. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, because I'm putting out videos every week. And through the lessons that I learned, through the foods that I eat, through the new information that I hear, I'm gonna synthesize it back to you so we can both work on being our best selves. That being said, we'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.